Hey guys, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars 2020 set review on the Duel on Mustafar. This is a lot of people's favorite scene in Star Wars. It's one of my favorite scenes in Star Wars is this fight. Um, so yeah, I do want to just tell you guys that I was disappointed with the editing that I ended up doing with the Mandalorian Battle Pack. And since this is such a good scene, I am going to be doing this set a justice by really thoroughly editing its review, and in the future, I will do that with all my future reviews. So, review video quality is going to be going up by a lot. I found this set at Target and it retails for I think $20 or $25. I believe only 20, which is very good with that piece count. Basically exactly 10 cents per piece with a extra 8 pieces. The two minifigures included in the set are two new versions of Anakin and Obi-Wan, and these new versions are looking better than ever. So I'm going to go on the minifigures, show you them, and then I'll show you the actual build, which is a pretty good build. And then also quickly you can see the extra pieces there. But you do get a little printed tile. And this. But besides that, it's just, standard extra pieces. Nothing that interesting in the thing of extra pieces. I don't really know what to say. So yeah, time to just get on to reviewing the minifigures. Alright, so this is the new version of Anakin Skywalker. Now, before we get to the details of the minifigure, I also just want to show you this, which is that the lightsabers, the way they actually make these blade pieces has changed because there are basically no bubbles in them. And is that a bubble? No, that's actually a scrape on the plastic. There is no bubbles in these lightsabers. And there's also some other changes because if you look at the plastic, it's actually like different in terms of um like the way light reflects. It's not as shiny. It's a little more smooth, or I don't really know what to call it, but it's a lot less shiny and a lot less transparent. I don't think it's a bad or a good thing. It's just some changes, I guess, to decrease bubble counts and lightsaber rods bubble counts. Yeah, works. And that is like the same with Obi-Wan's lightsaber. And I'm imagining that is the same with all the lightsabers in this wave of sets. Not really sure though. So taking that off of him, you can see the one tan hand and the one black hand. But probably the most significant part of these figures are the new face prints. This is sort of your standard face print, and then if you turn it around, you have a evil Anakin face print as he's screaming. You can definitely imagine this like when he's killing the separatist leaders, or when he's doing that flip um onto land, and then Obi-Wan slices him when he's like screaming, um when he's midair, I guess. This can just work in many different parts of the fight. I was also surprised that that Lego still was using this hairpiece. I thought they would switch to Lloyd's hairpiece. That's fine, honestly. Still works. It is the classic hairpiece that they have been using for Anakin for a while. Some things on the belt might be changed, but I'm pretty sure that basically the torso and legs, besides some minor changes, are the same torso and legs that we have been getting on Anakin for the last couple of years. With one change though, that is a big part of the figure, is all of these like little like scrapes and dirt, and that's on his back too. Obviously, that is because they're on Mustafar. Their cloaks are getting burnt and basically just worn and battle damaged, and that is a lot more noticeable on Obi-Wan, which I'll be getting into soon on that figure. So yeah, not much else to say about this figure. It's a very, very good figure. And I think one of the best Anakins we have gotten in a long, long time. here is Obi-Wan with his new face. I'm gonna pull out the last version of Obi-Wan that we've gotten, if I can find him. Here, this is the last version of Episode 3 Obi-Wan. Actually see right here that there is a lot of changes, and even in his aggressive face. I'll show you the changes in his... Oh, actually, no, this is more like a scared face. So they're similar, but they are different. I'm not sure if the belts are the same. No, yeah, even the belts are changed. So a lot has changed since this version of Obi-Wan. This is a good version of Obi-Wan. This is not like a bad figure by anything. It's a really good figure. But this is the new version, and it's actually a bit better. Getting his lightsaber out of the way and getting him out of his battle position, I can show you a bit more on this figure. Number one, that's sort of his... I don't really know what expression that would be. He looks kind of frustrated. I've never really thought that Obi-Wan's hair in the movies was red like this, and it's not, but, you know, it's fine that LEGO does what they do. Obviously, you know, customizers can change the color to be more accurate. But this is sort of the scared face, I guess you could say, like when Anakin is about to strike him. And you can just see how much the printing has changed. You can see the legs are now light tan with a bit of dark tan that cuts off, which I'd prefer if it didn't cut off, but it still looks good. You can also see all of the dirt and burnt parts of his cloak are much more noticeable than Anakin's, because this is a much lighter cloak. You know, this one is tan, this one is a base color of black, and, you know, dark brown and tan have more of a difference than black and dark brown. And even though the dark tan does, you know, cut off here on the legs, I actually do like that little bit of dark tan on the legs, and I think it really makes the figure look much better. This is a new Obi-Wan face print. This says, we've never really seen it before. The beard is printed a lot differently, and this is like a scared expression I think I showed earlier. Yeah, so basically just say updated Obi-Wan and Anakin are included in this set. So now let's actually talk about the actual set. Alright, so probably the biggest feature of the set is the fact that it is... You can basically have it in many different ways. So you can see there's a clip here, and you can clip it in and have this like sort of much more squared off build. Also, there's like these little parts where the two droids kind of move, so you're basically supposed to put the figures on the droids. So if I get Obi-Wan on the droid that he was on, or basically the platform, and then Anakin on the droid that he was on, basically you're supposed to be able to like fight them around with these little things are like supposed to be handles. So this whole thing is actually a battle scene that you can play with. It's mainly a play set, even though it is also a bit of a display set as well. And these two droids are much smaller, and design-wise, the droids in Anakin's Jedi Starfighter from 2012 are better than these. Which, in my opinion, is kind of sad, considering that that set was basically supposed to be centered around Anakin's Jedi Starfighter with them on the side. And then these droids are massive components to Obi-Wan and Anakin's fight. Well, they're kind of downsized in this, but at least this one does have a cool print, if I can remove him. Alright, here we go. So they kind of have these little attachers where they can, like, spin and stuff. It's kind of hard to get them off. This is the platform that Obi-Wan is in, with the two little things on the sides, and this very, very simple builds, guys. Very simple builds. Sorry about that lighting change. I just had to adjust it because everything was getting way too bright. Alright. If I can reconnect this, there we go. Alright, I'm going to unclip this, because there are many different configurations you can have. So, unclipped, you can do that. And then also, this set scale is very weird, because in the fight, there's this massive Mustafar tower thing, and then there's this. All this is insanely downsized, yet there's like this. So I'm guessing they're trying to build like this in the distance. This was like that big like tower thing that ends up like collapsing and lava gets on it. So I'm guessing that they just built this like for the like in the distance, like not really to put your figures on. That's why they made it so small. But the scale of the set is really weird, and I know a lot of people would have preferred a bigger, maybe $60 set. But at the same time, this is a good set for what we got, and honestly, I see a lot of people agreeing with me there, so at least that's good. It's been a while since we got an episode 3 set, so it is good that LEGO is finally listening and giving us some more episode 3 sets. So yeah, guys, that is the end of... Oh, wait, one more thing, is that these can move. I don't really know why you would move them, but in terms of when I said that that tower falls, yes, you can move it whichever way you want, and make it fall whichever way you want. It is just connected with this little peg here. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review of a 2020 LEGO Star Wars set. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.